We talk more about, well, what we typically see in the spring and summertime. That is severe weather, and that threat is going to ramp up on Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. So a time to pay attention. Folks in Oklahoma, in Texas, used to the severe weather, perhaps not in February, as it's not as common. In parts of Texas, at least this season it has been, even Oklahoma. But this threat, it really has more of the characteristics of a spring storm system. Truly, the threat for severe weather going to be dependent on a couple of things, but that very likely threat, take it seriously. This system, this storm, is a serious one out to the west. And just what this winter has been like when we've had that very likely threat for severe weather, a lot of times these systems produce the severe weather. Overall, we're going to have the dynamics in place. Of course, we talked about yesterday that negatively tilted trough. That's going to allow for the sheared environment to really ramp up, and this is going to promote storm development at the surface. If we get those storms at the surface, damaging winds, even the possibility of a tornado is on the table. This dry line is going to move on through. As the storms pop, perhaps it'll be the dry line responsible for this development, but then we'll probably see these storms develop into a line, so a squall line. Those produce typically very gusty winds. We could also see a tornado within a line of storms, but damaging winds looking possible. Winds are going to be very strong. Temperatures are going to be very warm in Texas, right through the hill country until this cold front passes. But we have those high wind watches already in effect. We'll see if they're upgraded to warnings or wind advisory. Nonetheless, we're going to see some pretty gusty winds. This low, it moves through the Midwest, the upper Midwest, eventually the Great Lakes, but that severe weather threat that we have through the plains is what we need to pay attention to in the southeast, the mid-Atlantic. You see how those temperatures are going to be on the warm side. Check out Charlotte, North Carolina on Monday, the start of the new work week, 76 degrees. Not bad. Farther north, Charleston's even going to reach probably the 70s. Comes at a cost, though, a little bit of one, Marissa. We've got that likely threat for severe weather in Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, and Tennessee. This is for Monday, so got a couple of days to prepare for that.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.